To the family, I was so excited when I heard.
I couldn't resist, poured myself a cuppa and gate crashing your show. It's so good to see you guys. Of course, we've worked together, many of us, back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am doing a show for you guys on a Sunday afternoon, 4 till 6. It's going to be, I've got real sort of joy of cherry picking the best bits of the week. So not just the best parts of the news, but the best bits of GB News. It's a sort of a chart show, if you will, of the best bits.
Oh, really?
Oh, no. Did you see what the chart show was on?
Are you going to have like a top 10?
Yeah, we'll do a top 10.
Yeah.
And then we'll knock it on. We'll see where that story's gone during the week and have a good look at it. We're going to have a few guests, make it really fun. You might well see a familiar face on Sunday, somebody who I've worked with. Those of you who've seen me in the past might be popping up at some point, hint, hint. So lots to look forward to.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
It might be from your homeland.
Now I really am thinking.
think,
And how exciting a venture is this for you? It is brand new. It's a brand new channel. What are your feelings about that?
Well, it's hugely exciting. I mean, we watched history taking place last night, didn't we, as the channel was launched, and there is a palpable sense of excitement. There is definitely a need to try different things, and I'm keen. I'm going out of my comfort zone. I've been trained, 15 years in the business of keeping very much to the straight and narrow, keeping an impartial perspective, and now we're trying new things, and we're going to see how that goes, and it's liberating.
We are very impartial, though. We've just got opinions, that's all.
But you are right. We are trained as journalists in whatever field you're in, news, sport, to not give your view or to be impartial.
But we know that everyone does have a view.
That's right. And why should we not talk about that? And that's how wonderful discussions and debates then unfurl, isn't it?
And it's not like we're going to jettison our training now. The point is that we're going to try and give a bit more plurality to debate and to allow some of those other voices to come in. And we're not going to be an echo chamber. It's going to have lots of different perspectives. So that should be, what the exciting
you get it on this programme. But it's really interesting. I think this is a really kind of nuanced point, but it's an important one, which is essentially actually we know that people have got opinions, and in some ways it's more honest. Actually, I would argue that people like us, express those views, and so that people do know where we stand on certain things. Well, but as long as you've got that range of thoughts.
Well, I want to know. Interesting you say that, Isabelle, because I want to know where you stand on police virtues.
Where do you stand with the defence?
This is the Greater Manchester Police officer who's saying that he doesn't think it's his role to do that, and I have to say I respect him for that. It's a difficult enough job going out there and policing, and to be nailing your colours to the mast in that way would make his job much harder, and I don't think it's really their role. And of course that goes into a much wider debate about whether footballers should be taking the knee. It's a huge debate at the moment, one that everybody's talking about. I'm not saying, by the way, that shouldn't be happening and that police officers across the board shouldn't, but I think if you're a leader, perhaps it's not the right
Why do we get on with doing their jobs, really? Policing the thing. If you're on your knees and there's something kicking off and you go, I was just taking the knee. I mean, what's that about?
I mean, we saw it happening in the States, didn't we, in the immediate aftermath of George Floyd's death, and I think that you can kind of understand that because there was such well, first of all, police involvement in that story, and also there was so much, palpable emotion in the immediate aftermath. But we're in a different country. It's over a year on, and it's huge political.
Yeah, but I think you're right to say we're in a different country, but we police by consent in this country, and that means having communities and all communities on board, and at times that means that I think the police have to be aware around sensitivities of the issues.
Well, I'm sure they are.
I think kind of sometimes simply just ignoring them wouldn't necessarily be the best.
Well, they're not ignoring them, but they're doing their job. They're policing an event, and they shouldn't be. They should be impartial at that event. They can't really nail their colours to the mast because it could actually be dangerous for them to do that as well. So it's not necessarily the right thing to do.
Why is it so important, though? And we asked this question. We're doing it now, and that's happening. Like you said, we didn't used to be, we weren't able to express our voice so much. Why is it so important now that we do that?
Well, we're at a really important point in our country's history. We've just gone through Brexit. We've just been through this really difficult time in terms of COVID. And we're seeing a culture develop, not just in this country, but around the world, where people are not allowed to disagree with each other. They have their voices cancelled. And it is ever so important to stand up and have your voice heard and to do it in a respectful way and to say, you know what, we can all have different opinions and we can all share a breakfast bar together and the airwaves or whatever it may be.
And we can't look, so what's it? 4 to 6 on Sunday.
4 till 6 on
with a mystery guest.
I know, my brain is going round. I'm thinking about that.
Isabelle, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Lovely to see you.